Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Buying Panther Presents. Today we shall be discussing Fight Night as we talk about episode 7, which was truly outstanding. I look forward to discussing this with Kim. But anyway, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video and comment on the video, share the video, watch the video till the end. It helps out with the algorithm and stuff. Kim and I got a great time discussing this. And then we're going to get to the finale of Power Book 2, but that's another video. All right. So let's do this. Then we'll get to that. Okay. But anyway, sit back, enjoy the intro. Let's do it again.
Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Yes, apparently we're wrapping this story up, and so many things happened, so many bodies dropped. I was like, this is awesome. This is awesome. I will think about this good writing as we discuss bad writing. But anyway, let's start with the positive. Hello, howdy room. Hello. Thanks for joining us and hanging out with us. Kim. Thank you for joining us this week. Where would you like to start, my friend?
Well, I mean, I guess we could start at the beginning when they're sitting outside waiting for the robbers or something.
On the stakeout.
Yes.
On
the stakeout, right?
With Hudson and Chicken Man were out on the stakeout. All right.
Yeah, which was, I don't know. Every time I see them, I laugh because I'm like, they are so. Their chemistry without any words is so apparent. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I love them together. I do. I want them to be doing more projects together.
It's funny you bring that up because this cop criminal like buddy situation, like their chemistry, especially when they were in the car and they were fighting and stuff like that, it reminded me of like Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte in 48 Hours. Like that's where it took me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a show that's a movie all by itself, right? You know, like they could do, like those two could do, right? Yeah. And I was like you said, they have a chemistry, and that in and of itself is a story. Again, two opposing people finding common ground, seeing each other as peers and helpful. Like it was Chicken Man who helped Hudson get through to the white guy to be like, hey, where were these criminals going, and that kind of thing, with the whole distillery in the back. And it's like they've helped each other through the process, right? But I was like, especially when they were driving and they started fighting, like, hey man, I'm sorry about that shit, you know, let's work this out. I was like,
when they were fighting, I was cracking up because Kevin Hart, he's so little. He was just the way he was trying. I was like, okay. And this is a sad part, right? We know he's trying to be dramatic, right? But his humor can't help but shine through. It is who he is as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is who he is. Yeah.
It's who, like, when we talk about Bad Monkey, y'all, it's gonna be the same thing. Yeah. Like Vince Vaughn is a comedic actor. It's just he cannot do it. Like I haven't seen the role, but we'll get to that. But hello, DeMarcus. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Hi,
Solid 10. I 100% agree. And then yes, the fight was hilarious. Because he's small, so he had to fight dirty, right? Like he's like, I can't take you hand to hand. Even when they were driving, you can see how small he is compared to Hudson, even driving.
Yeah.
And it's like, what, are you in a booster seat, you little fucker? Like he should have been like, I would have been like, yo, I would have brought my baby's booster seat, but I didn't have time to pick it up. So get your little ass in this car and let's go. Now, since we're gonna go this road, I 100% agree with Chicken Man that Hudson should not have stopped their stakeout of Mac and crew to save the guy inside the store. Because that's not he's not a cop. Hudson has no badge. Like any authority he had is gone. Like you have a job to do. Like he said, we got to figure out what happened to this robbery. Chicken Man is trying to clear his name. This is the biggest case that Hudson has. The guy in the I'm sure they were out of his jurisdiction. I'm sure they were. So like this didn't make any, race aside, it made no damn sense. Stay focused on why you're there, to me.
But remember, Hudson is a cop through and through, right? And if he feels like something is going on and he can help stop it as a cop, he's going to do it, right? no matter whether it's his jurisdiction, whether it's his business or not. And you kind of want cops to be that way. You want cops to be like, you know what? I'll step in and help you, because I myself know I'm dialing 911. I'm not getting in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So we need people like Hudson to be like, I'm here. I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Do the right thing.
I'll do the right thing. Right.
I hear you. I guess I'm saying I hear you. So he saw all four of them walk in.
Yeah.
He saw all four walk out.
Right.
So he's like, maybe they killed them, maybe they didn't. But it's the late 70s, right? So there's no cell phone. So like if he would have walked in, called, hey, real cops, probably white cops, like once you see he's not dead, yo, come, hey, there's a situation you need to take care of, click, and let's get back on the road. Because this is like gonna help both. That's what I'm saying. Once you, but let me untie you. Are you okay? And all this bullshit. Like, get back on the road and find those dudes. Because that's what to me. Like, but like to your point, he was just like, I gotta do the right thing. But again, he did too much. Especially when he says, hey, again, we can't arrest them right now because one, I'm not a cop, so there's nothing I can do about this anyway. Really.
Right.
Let's remember. Let's stay on mission. Let's stay on it, like to me. But no, but that shows again he's true to a fault, right? Even the bigger scene. Baby Ray saved Willie, but we need to talk about this. I want to talk about this almost Shakespearean situation where like they turn on each other, but for each other,
right?
Because at the rib shack, Mac is trying to show us his relationship with Ray.
Right.
I used to take you to a place like this. Don't you remember? Like, I helped raise you, right? Like, we never saw the mama, but it was the whole, like, I was there when you were young, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to save you from killing someone. That's not who you are. That's who Willie is, but that's not who you are.
Right.
But in the end, Mac went down because Ray chose Willie.
Yeah.
He chose Willie.
And I was like, that was a very sad moment, but it also showed that he's an impressionable young man, right? Like he's got, Willie really basically is corrupting him, right? He's turning him into a criminal, right? And on the other hand, now I wouldn't say that what's the other guy's name? Mac?
Yes.
Yeah, Mac. I wouldn't say that Mac didn't do the same thing, but I would say that their relationship was very different, right? He really didn't want him to do criminal things, but he did allow him to do them, right? He did show him the criminal.
He was like, I want you to be part of it.
Yeah, but and no, you shouldn't have done that. Willie was wrong. They're all wrong. This is a child that you're corrupting. All of them are wrong. But I feel like sometimes you lean closer to the one who's more exciting, the one who's, he looked at Willie as a hero, right? When Willie is not a hero, he's nobody's hero. He's a horrible person, but that's not what he saw in him. You know what I mean?
Well, so Willie Black got Baby Ray some lady action because Willie Black low-key cared for Baby Ray.
Yeah.
So let's never underestimate the power of loving. And for that, I mean, I was like, let's not ever do that because but you got to look at the overall arching story.
Right.
It was Willie that came right now, like today in his mind. It's Willie who came to Ray's defense. It's Willie who went out there and fought the bully that was messing with his mom and belittling him. It was Willie who said, like, no, you kick him, you stand up for yourself, right? So he saw that, right? Now, to your point, last episode, Willie was about to kill Ray. Like, he was like, where is Mac, right? So he saw the violence in him, even towards him, right?
Yeah.
But in this episode, he's like, stand up for yourself. Like, I'm trying, I got a future. Not only am I providing you sex, I'm giving you a future. Like, you and me can go to New York City and we can be something.
Right.
And the hesitation he showed not to kill the white dude, right?
Yeah.
In the very same episode, to be like, he shot Mac with no hesitation. Like, he was like, Willie's in danger. I have to protect Willie.
Yep.
And then Willie protected its character development, because even Willie, as psychopath as he is, was like, I can't kill Ray. Like, he means something to him. Like, they meant something to each other, even in the small time that they came together.
Right. Yep.
And each one of them couldn't kill someone, so someone else did it for him.
Right. Exactly.
Emerson couldn't kill Mac because he saved him in the war.
Right.
So then Ray ended up doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Willie couldn't kill Ray, so then Emerson ended up doing it.
Right.
So it all got taken care of. And then in the end, you got Willie, who's like, I'm gonna take care of Emerson. Because in defense, right? Like, in part of Emerson killing Ray was, this is my friend. Like, you just shot my friend.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck that little boy. Like, and like, he was defending the guy he was supposed to kill. And Emerson was defending Ray to an extent when he killed Emerson.
Right.
And it was like these characters.
But then when Ray got shot, I was like, no, oh no. Oh, it was terrible.
I remember someone said this about horror movies, that virgins live. Like, it's like when the teenagers get killed in like Nightmare on Elm Street or like Friday the 13th, there's always the teenagers who have sex and then they die. Yep.
During sex sometimes.
Huh? Well, I have sex, right? Like I remember, I want to say, I think Jason drew like shoved a machete through like two teenagers having sex. He was under the bed and he went straight through them.
Yes, he did.
That's when the shit got crazy. But anyway, but Willie to be like, he's no longer. I respect this show for realizing what needs to be on camera and what doesn't need to be on camera.
Right.
I did not need to see Ray with a stripper. Like, in no way, shape, or form did I need to see this underage boy, as he's being portrayed, having sex with someone, a grown woman. So thank you for just skipping past.
I didn't think they were going to do that. This is Kevin Hart and Will Packer. No, I don't see that. Kevin
Hart and Will Packard had a grown women. I'll give you that. But grown women, butt titty naked, in episode 1, counting $1 bills. Like, that was unnecessary. But
that's real.
We've seen that in
we saw that in New Jack City.
In drug situation, when they're like, we don't want you walking out with the cocaine or the heroin or whatever, not counting $1 bills from
because because if you got clothes on, there's more places for you to hide their money. Same difference.
I'm just saying, we never saw said titty women again. It was unnecessary. Is my point. Like, it was gratuitous. And I'm saying, but anyway, have
you seen a blaxploitation movie?
I'm not saying breasts are necessary in the
but they did that a bunch in those movies. Like,
y'all put in the comments if you ever seen the titty women for counting money. You let me know.
And if you're gonna say that, chat, this chat is very young, so I don't know how many of y'all have even seen a blaxploitation movie. I suggest that you go ahead and subscribe to one of these streaming sites that show those movies, and you will understand why that scene was in this movie, because the woman's body in black exploration movies was front and center, nude, constantly.
All right. I look. DeMarcus is always good at this. It was drugs. Again, I will go back and watch New Jack City because I was wrong before.
No, it was drugs. No, you're absolutely right about New Jack City. It absolutely was about drugs. But I'm just saying that they also, like I said, they did it in other black movies,
in other forms,
for other things. Yeah.
I imagine if Emerson got smoked, it was going to be in the bar. Like, that would have made sense, because what was the point of that scene? Unless it was trying to establish just how much he cared for Mac and what Mac meant to him, which I thought that was the point, because we were going to get to the point where he was asked to kill Mac, and they wanted us to know just that he personally was like, Mac, I'm here because of Mac. I wouldn't be alive because of him. It wasn't for him. So they wanted to show that level of commitment between each other.
Yeah.
So I thought that was the thing. Also, we talked about it. I didn't see Mac/Sean being killed because he had a family. He had Charmaine, he had a daughter, and they made a point of showing them, like, in the beginning of the series.
Yeah.
But good writing. Now we find out for some reason this late in the series that Charmaine got remarried. And so there's a man in that young girl's life. So we don't need Matt. Like she already has a father figure in her life. And I'm like, where was this dude when this random ex-husband shows up to the house and the wife answers the door? Like, you would think husband would have been like, what the fuck? Like, what is this about? Right?
I mean, a husband could be at work. I mean, so many
I just
different
feel like
the grocery store.
That's even dialogue. You need to go because Leroy's coming home, or Bob is coming. I know that was racist.
Leroy.
But to be like, I was like, Bob is coming home. Like Sean is coming home. His name should have been Sean. That would have been hilarious. But
that would have been, yeah.
But nothing. Like I'm like you. And then with Ray, where was his mama? Like this whole thing. Like again, Mac helped the mom raise Ray, and you would have thought by now we would saw the mama. I just feel like that's a character we could have a little bit. They
could have just shown like maybe just one scene with her talking to Ray, like why are you hanging out with these people, something like that, or what did you do to the landlord? Something.
Right? You beat this even better. You beat this man. Without him, we're gonna be homeless. And then Lewis is right, and you like, but I stood up for this. It's like this is what, and then Willie could have been like, this is your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying, and be like that kind of thing. His name was Lou. Charmaine talked about Lou in episode 2. Oh, okay. All right. So
what, DeMarcus? I believe you. I do. I just don't
DeMarcus
remember.
says it. Nikki, not that I don't trust you, but DeMarcus says it.
It's true.
He knows his last name and where he was born for some reason. He could be making this stuff up. Charmaine was married to Lou.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Gotcha.
All right.
You know what? As a matter of fact, was Lou standing outside the door? I believe we saw the character. He was standing outside the. No. I'm sorry. Is that's the one they beat up? The one that was
Okay. I can't. I wouldn't go so far. Again, I don't know what current husband is gonna sit there and allow the wife talk to the ex-husband. Like criminal / I think we'd be like, no. That's not how this is going down. But anyway, we got Willie Black is on that booger sugar. Billy Ray tried the drugs too. But I mean, again, as flawed as Willie was
terrible though.
He was nowhere near a role model, like most people would say.
Yeah,
but in Ray's mind, like, look, this man is trying to make me something, right? Like he's trying to help me get from point A to point B. And again, you're like you said, it was Mac that put him in this situation in the first place.
Absolutely. And I feel like Mac regretted it. He regretted what he did, and that's why he just kept looking at Willie, and then he would look at Ray, and it was like you could tell in his face that they was like, damn, like why did I do this? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I made this. Like I put these two people together, and he's like, that's why he's like, Ray, this is just one time. This should not be your future. Like we this is not the path I was trying to put you on. Right. But like I was trying to do something. Willie Back is my favorite character in Fight Night. Emerson smoked Baby Ray like Leon smoked Tiana in Snowfall. It was hard. It was hard. But again, surprises. I didn't think Mac was gonna go out like this. I did not think like Willie Black was gonna be the last one standing, like at all. Like, so I'm interested to see where this goes. And I remember, if I remember correctly, it was Cadillac who said you need to watch out for. He couldn't see their face, but I think he was talking about Will. Like he knew, he was like, that guy's killed before. Like we need to watch out for him. But now we know that he was behind this whole thing. It's interesting. They always showed Pam Grier's breasts in the 70s. Okay, I'm not saying
not just the breasts. Sometimes they showed the entire. Man, I saw some sex scenes that was off the chain, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, did they really show? And my parents were like, we used to go to the movies and watch these, and I'm like, was it X-rated? Like, because it was a lot, David. You got to watch some of them. You got to.
I am specifically discussing like just the money counting,
Oh, yeah, I mean, but they had scenes like that too. Like that's what I'm saying. They also had those kind of scenes too, where
that's all I'm suggesting. Like I do not shy away at boobies. I'm just saying like it needs to make some type of sense, even with boobies. But anyway, I want to see where it goes. I want to see how if Willie has enough juice with Cadillac to get him to confess enough that all of a sudden like Hudson's gonna be able to take him down, like type of things. I'm assuming that's what they're trying to do. But Emerson was the lead. He's the one supposed to be facilitating this. So shouldn't Cadillac be like, why are you here and where's Emerson?
Yes. For sure.
Like this ain't right. Like this is
Yeah,
not who I was
something's
working
going
with.
on. I'm not feeling this. What's happening?
Right? Like this should not go well for anybody.
But I did love seeing my girl Debbie Allen. Loved it. I was like, perfect as the mom. Perfect. I was like, this is perfect. And then what got me, right? Because Debbie Allen is very flirtatious. That's just who she is. When she kissed Terrence Howard on the lips, I said, you know what, girl? Doggone well, we don't kiss our boys on the lips when they grown men. You know that. But she was like, I'm gonna get this in.
See, I thought it was just me because I was like, this is not okay. Like this is the whole different. This I was watching Power.
I love my boys, but absolutely not, sir. I
was like, my mama never did that shit because like we got limits. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no. I was like, so when I saw that, I was actually watching Power. I went back to Power Book 1 and I was watching Tommy's episode in the when we met Lisa Marie and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And just the last time we saw him, and then like to see him with Kate again, and it'd be like it took me back. Like that scene took me back to like Kate and Tommy, like type of like just weird.
The closeness of their relationship, which was a little bit cringeworthy, but I still love Tommy and his mother.
It was,
you know what I'm saying?
Enduring.
Like they are dysfunctional together, but
enduring.
They love each other.
Sure.
Yeah.
My point, and this I texted this to Kim before she saw the episode.
Yeah.
This series is like 3 movies in one. And remember, right? Like the Ali story in Hudson is a movie by itself. And we'll talk about this when it's over. But like to me, that was a movie. It could have been a movie by itself and very compelling.
Yeah.
The Heist is a movie by itself, right? Just we're cursed. For Mac to be like, anyone involved in this is cursed. Either they die, either they were murdered, or they killed themselves, or something like that, right? Yeah. And to see how that comes through. But now we got Cadillac and his mama are like, now he's just a loving mama's boy who's on this lifelong like mission to get Frank, because Frank took down his daddy like Big Richie. That's a whole other story that could have been.
It is.
And I submit a far better story. Like we should have saw that. We should have saw the firm being the firm, and what I'm assuming they move heroin. I'm just because the time and everything. I'm assuming they're moving heroin across America, but like Godfather of Harlem type of thing, right?
Well, because we saw that what is her name? What's her name? Not Vivian. Oh my gosh, what's her name?
Maxine.
Taji.
Oh, Vivian.
Her name is Vivian? I thought it was the other girl named Vivian. Okay.
No, it's Maxine, the other one.
Okay. Yeah, so Vivian making the deal with Frank about the funeral home. She had a great idea, and we know that Frank Lucas used to send his dope in the coffins of the Vietnam
the soldiers,
died, right?
The
dead. So that was a good idea she came up with. I thought, you can run drugs through there, and you can launder money. And
again, whole other
show.
Movie.
That's what I thought you were talking about at first. I said, Taji, her own show,
right?
Yeah,
just Frank's story, right? Frank's story, and then how Vivian is helping out, and how that expands. That could expand the business, right?
Yeah.
But like that, I mean, but again, you're right. Like even Vivian's story, low level money's girl, stripper, trying to come up in the criminal world, and now she's working with Frank. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be a whole movie by itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that was an interesting story, because even with the whole with the mortuary thing. So again, I'm assuming they're trying to make it more like real life, to where like the guy tries to effort to buy up the property, and then he would have made millions off of it, as they discussed on the podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
But it just somehow like the government finds out and he gets arrested and it doesn't work out. But like the way they're trying to build that out, and then it was Slim's murder that even led to this. Mm-hmm. So like they're making that relevant, because first I was like, that was kind of a whole unnecessary side story, but that's what puts Vivian in the position to be like, wait a minute, there's a thing here, right? And that all connects, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. But like, so Cadillac and his mama, again, whole story, like, so
and it was written so well that you didn't need any more than what they said. Like you got it. Like it was not the longest dialogue, or they had to have multiple scenes. You got it in that one shot. What they were talking about basically, and you understood what his revenge was about, and then you know what I'm saying. Like it was. I thought it was written very well, and that it was right to the point. That's what I thought.
And interesting again, far more relevant to what's happening with Frank than the story last week about him being a baseball player and he got his knee busted by some white people. And I'm like, what does that have to do with Frank? Like, but now you understand Frank took down his dad and that kind of stuff. And Mama's like, I would feel like Game of Thrones to an extent, to be like the mom who's like, I need you as the man. I want this. Like, I want this kingdom. You have to go out there and get this for me and for our family. And he's like, yes,
I
Mom.
felt like it was a Tasha and Ghost moment. You know how Tasha was like, I want to be the biggest drug dealer in New York.
I would, to this extent, I would say Tasha and Tariq. And yes, that Tasha is living off Tariq. Even as we were going to discuss next video, after 4 or 5 years of this shit, she's still like, hey, baby, help me get where I need to be because I can't do it for myself. And I'm like, this is anyway.
Which is absolutely ridiculous because she is very, very smart.
As supposed to be, as a kid, again, we're doing a different review.
Yeah, sorry.
The mother-son, again, a totally different dimension to Cadillac. Because first, again, we thought he was just a weasel trying to work his way up into to an organization, taking something that's not his. But now it's like, no, he's doing it for his family. He's doing it for his mama. And I'm like, a whole other movie, I submit, should have been the focus of this series. And the fight night is just his plan. We're just watching his plan come together. And does it come to fruition, or does he fall with everybody else and that sort of thing? And then again, we could have flushed out the firm better. Because again, this thing's almost over. And again, officially, we still don't know how they sell. We don't have the mush mouth or whatever the guys are. Like, I don't even the butcher. Like the butcher just went home. Like Mushmouth just went home. I'm just calling Mushmouth. Like we see these characters again. How do they feel about Slim being dead? Is this process working? Are they truly like Frank needs to be replaced? Or who do you think is going to replace? Like all these kind of bickering among the firm we should be seeing if that's really what it's about.
It on the last episode, because I guess there has to be a funeral, right? I mean,
you would think, like you would. For Slim.
You have a funeral for Slim. You don't think so? Okay.
No, because the whole point, Vivian was like, this body just needs to disappear.
That's true. That's true. She did.
Yeah, he's just going in the hole.
Yeah.
Like so. Let's talk about just logistics. Like, how did little Taraji P. Henson put 2 grown ass dead men into her car by herself?
Oh well, we know she didn't do it by herself. They just didn't show that part.
I'm like, because they left her by herself.
They did.
Like,
they did.
So like you would think Maxine should have been this at the minimum to be like, maybe Maxine helped to kind of get from point to point B. So I'm like, where is she at? Because
it's movie magic off camera.
Hence why they're like, this is have them in the car and just move on.
Yes.
But and then how is the old mortician and her gonna get the bodies out the trunk? Like none of this was done on camera.
But I think a mortician has different dollies tools. Or tools to get the body from. Yeah.
So I mean, but we just meet this dude. Like people have died in this series that you would think we easily could have met this man before. So and I think that Tommy's suicide, I guess. Also said white boy, the cop, the racist cop, whatever. Like. Yeah. If he would have killed Tommy, that would have made him more relevant. Like I would like we have to assume he just killed himself because of the pressure and whatever. But it would have been nice to give it a story, like the whole investigation, like that. Just kind of again, Tommy's suicide just kind of went by the wayside, and we're like moving on, with the other characters. But to kind of make it something, it would have been nice. With that. Also, I didn't know strippers delivered. Like I was
They delivered the cooch. Is that what you're saying?
I was like, I didn't know you could be like that, like a pizza, like you get asked 30 minutes or it's free, and they're
look, if women have been jumping in cars and riding and going meeting dudes for many moons. Okay, so
I've never when I'm just sorry when Willie was like, let's call the strip club and give them to deliver. I'm like, Is there a pizza connected to this? Like I was confused. Like if he would have said a brothel, that would have made more sense. That probably I would have understood. But to be like, these are strippers, and they're like, no, no, no. And then they go up to some random abandoned like nightclub. I was like, come on, like you write down the address and be like, no, sir, I'm sorry, you gotta pay us extra or something. It just seems suspect. I knew Cadillac was behind. Of course, you say that now. No.
No, we knew that he was behind
last
it when he
episode.
was talking to Emerson, right? I mean,
Yeah. We found that out last episode. We're just talking
Yeah.
about like more like the mama. You knew the mama. You didn't know the mama because I didn't know you even had a mama. So I was like,
I did not know there was a mom. I was like, wait a minute, because when I saw her, I was like, that's Debbie Allen. Like,
yeah, I know. I was like, what? She's like, nobody touches my mama but me. I was like, we got some Tommy shit going on. That pop that at the beginning was probably Chicken Man's wife or Vivian. Pop and Frank.
The pop? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, you mean the beginning of this episode or the beginning of the series? Because I think you mean the beginning of the series. I think like the flash forward. I think like when Frank has the gun on Chicken Man, and then you hear a pop saying someone kills Frank before Frank kills Chicken Man.
I got you. I feel
because it did seem like he like Chicken got shot at that point. So maybe like say somebody, it's probably Hudson.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's probably Hudson saving, of course, Chicken Man.
Yeah. First episode when Frank had Pow Pow or Chicken. So I think so Popo. So I feel like it's probably Hudson. That seems more like poetic that he comes to his friend's aid at this point.
Yeah.
As opposed to his wife who is like, nah, I'm good. And Vivian pretty much turned his back. I mean, to me, like it seemed like Vivian Frank turned on her. I mean, Chicken Man turned on her to be like, I can't believe you betrayed me. Like clearly their relationship's on the outs. Mm-hmm. So I think like Vivian's just trying to how to build her path.
She's trying to survive on her own. I mean, she went through a heck of a lot within the last couple of days, right? I mean,
yeah.
And she's by herself. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. Like I mean, they are great. They truly are great. And again, I would love not necessarily again more like a 48 hours than ride along. But if they could do like a 48 hours type of thing, hilarious. Or Bulletproof. That was Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler.
I love that movie. I did. I thought it was a good movie. It was like, what was the other one that had Bruce Willis? It was kind of like a ride along. It was that kind of buddy thing. I know
what you're talking about. I looked when I was looking up. If you can't find cop criminal movies, like when you do this kind of shirts, it's buddy cop. So you get like Bad Boys, you get like that, like because that's more the genre. But like it's very hard to find cop and criminal. Like a 48 hours. But yeah, I did. The movie popped up. This was he was older in his career, though. I mean, with and Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd did one together. I was like, how the fuck did they pull that off? Oh, that don't make no kind of sense. I was like Gene Hackman was doing real stuff, But anyway. But like Vivian smiled when Chicken escaped David Manner. Oh, okay.
She loves him. It's not that I don't think that they're completely on for never ever gonna talk to each other, right? I think Vivian will love him always and be there for him always, just like Chicken is going to do that for her. But I think at the moment they're mad at each other. Friends get mad at each other all the time, right?
And lovers,
right?
As we do see it. Cop Out. Thank you. People remember. Then I ask you, does anybody know the movie? Erica Alexander. So I love to see Erica Alexander and Lil Rel in a buddy cop movie. Lil Rel kind of fell off. Like I can't admit last thing I saw Lil Rel. He lost weight, so I'm happy for him. I mean,
he did like he's done like 4 movies on Hulu.
Yeah, he on that Hulu strip. I'm just saying, but I know it's like he lost weight, couples trip or whatever. Like he did the thing with John Cena.
That, and he did couples trip 2, and then he did something with like he was inside of a silo and he had to escape. And then he did one more movie. I can't remember what it was, but he's got like a contract with Hulu, so he's doing good.
All right, you have seen him like I think post COVID. I think like a lot of actors are like, even Brad Pitt and George Clooney and
I gotta watch that movie. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my god, I was like, no,
Is it bad?
No, like Jamani love. Okay, we're gonna switch. Jamani loves this movie, right?
Uh-huh.
Listen, okay, take a step back.
Okay.
All right, don't think about the actors.
Okay.
Let me pitch this to you. Okay,
Mhm.
two 60-year-old men chase a much younger man who they think is a prostitute down the streets of a city. They capture this man, put him in the trunk, put women's clothes on him, and take him to a seedy hotel that's usually used by prostitutes to have a conversation with him. Would you watch that movie?
No. Because
That's what Wolves is.
no.
That's the first 60 minutes of a 2-hour movie, Kim. I was like, what in the fuck am I watching? I was like, that is half the movie. And Jamani's like, it's good. I was like, it's not. It's not. He's like, yeah, I love him. I love him. He was like, well, David, sometimes you gotta wait till the end. No, you don't. If you gotta wait till the end, it's a terrible movie.
Yeah,
go,
it should be good in the beginning, the middle, and the end.
And even with the slow burns, by half of it, you should know what's going on and be invested and want to see how this ends.
Right.
Brad Pitt, I'm sorry, Brad Pitt is doing the young hotshot role.
Mm-hmm.
And like George Clooney's like the older, more experienced guy.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me look this up. They are 3 years apart.
Yes.
George Clooney is 63 and Brad Pitt is 60.
Yes.
I was like, stop this shit.
But you have to look. No, okay. Now this is the difference, right? It's the looks, because Brad Pitt, reasonably, yes, he is 60, but he could easily be 50. Brad Pitt is a very good looking man,
but he can't be 30
very well. George Clooney looks his age. He's still very distinguished and handsome, but he is no Brad Pitt.
I hear, but I was like, what the? Let me, like, when it was Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt in Seven, that makes sense.
Of course, that's different. That's like millions of years younger. Brad was much younger.
And I'm like, y'all, I get it, Brad. It's like Tom Cruise. Like Tom Cruise is never gonna play the grandpa. He just won't, because like he don't look it.
He doesn't, because he keeps dyeing his hair, so he'll.
But anyway, I'm sorry. Erica Alexander and Lil Rel had the scene together in Get Out. She was the cop. I cannot remember. I'm taking your word. Really? I cannot remember. I remember Lil Rel showing up at the end to be like, I had to save you from these white people. I don't remember a cop.
I'm sorry. I loved him in that. I thought it was genius to have Lil Rel as the comic relief for this horrible movie, right? It was. I'm sorry. I love that movie. I don't care what people say about it. For me, it was the way that it was done was very ingenious. I've never seen anything like that. And then the comedy that Lil Rel brought to it topped it off. So
it was like he made the movie, like I said, he was a comedy, like he brought the humor, especially at the end when he was like, I told you not to do this shit. And it's like he's saying what we would have said, and that's why it worked, and that's why he worked, right? Yeah. But either way, they're both fine as hell. I get you. I mean, they're both good looking. I mean, George Clooney. Both of them good looking men.
And Nikki, yes, for sure.
But like I said, I was like these two top A actors in an Amazon full budget. There was nothing was spared in the budget. Right, but I'm like, what in the fuck am I? What? Like I was like, no. I click. I was like, I can't watch this shit. I was like,
you didn't finish it?
Fuck no. It hurt me. It hurt me to watch what. Listen to this, y'all. Listen again.
Don't spoil it.
No. This is just stupid. This I already spoiled most of it actually, but this right here is just stupid. These two people drive to Chinatown to get a doctor to help out this poor young man who they think is a prostitute, for the record. All right, but anyway, he needs help. That's not the point. Chinatown. They drive to Chinatown to go find a Jewish doctor. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Wait, what? I mean, what? Wait, okay, was it in the part of New York? Was it in New York?
I don't. It looked like some kind of
like the Jewish community, and then there's China, then there's Italian, then there's Spanish Harlem. There's a lot of different.
They drove to Chinatown. They even had some random Asian man across the street to show you that it's Chinatown, to go to a Jewish doctor who I think is working out of a Chinese restaurant. I was like, what in the fuck is happening? I was like, this all needs to stop. All of it. And I was like, and then once again, I'm like, I'm like, how long is this fucking movie? And then when they put him in the clothes and then they take him to the CD hotel, I was like, I'm out. I am out. Like, I don't know what they're trying to achieve, and I give zero fucks. Y'all should host a movie trivia night. Like, I know we should just throw random things at y'all. Y'all be like, hey, what about this? DeMarcus will win. I feel like he's very good at these things. I can't remember names. Sometimes it all comes in my head. That's how I felt about Infinity Pool. Too weird for my blood. I did not see Infinity Pool.
Me neither.
Pool. I was like,
please. I wonder. Infinity.
Yeah, look, Google that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's get back to Fight Night. So I feel, this is what I told Kim. I felt the Ali Hudson story would have been a great movie, 2-hour movie focused on Ali. Ali's coming to Atlanta post, being banned from boxing. He's trying to reclaim like his title to an extent. He's like, he represents the community, like the community's behind him. He meets Hudson. To him, Hudson is an Uncle Tom, fighting for the man to Hudson. Like, so Ali is a draft dodger, but they ultimately understand each other. They understand that they understand their differences. They understand their similarities. And, Ali wins. Hudson feels vindicated, that kind of thing. They become friends. And that would have been an awesome movie by itself with a better Ali actor. That's just for the record. But I thought that would have been a good story by itself. Then you got the heist. The heist does not need Ali on camera at all. What you need to know is that the fight is happening, because that is the event that's causing the heist. So this could have been like an ocean something, right? And then it just goes very, 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 very bad for everybody involved, right? Movie all by itself. Then you got the firm. Then you got Frank and crew. You understand what they do. And then you can get Cadillac coming in, doing his scheme. Does he make it? Does he not? Is he really a protagonist, though? Are we rooting for him? If we go to that Frank ruined his dad's life and took everything from him, then he's the upcoming kid. He's kissing his mama a lot. That's just weird. But then, like, we work it through
on the lips. That's the weird part.
Yeah. She don't want to see men crying, and she don't want to see men kissing their mamas on the lips. Two things Kim does not stand for. She's like, too much.
I mean, no. Let me not. Don't say that, David. It's okay for you when you're a human, so you're gonna cry. I don't like men who continuously everything is like cry. I'm like, look, if I'm not crying this much, you're not allowed to cry this much. Don't be a wussy. I don't like wussies.
So like Sterling K. Brown, not your dude. Like that movie can make tears cry on command.
Well, Sterling K. Brown is why I stopped watching This Is Us, because I loved his storyline. I loved that show, but it was very emotional for me. I cried every single episode. It's a beautiful story, but his acting was so brilliant. And the feelings that he allowed to come through, I could not get through it, David. It was so well acted. Everybody. And I was like, it's too much emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I couldn't.
Too much.
Yeah,
and I was like, I can't. Maybe later on I can watch it. You know what I'm saying?
But he killed that shit. Like Sterling K. Brown is one of the greatest actors of our time.
Yes.
And I'm like, he's also 50. Like, I mean, give me somebody under 40. Shit. Like he's not as old as Denzel, but like he's up there. Like he should be. I feel like I was on shrooms watching Infinity Pool. I gotta look this thing up.
Oh, okay, so I did look it up, and it seems to be some type of like they go on vacation, and then it's like a fatal accident exposes the resort's perverse subculture of hedonistic tourism, reckless violence, and surreal horrors. So it's a horror movie, basically.
You had me at hedonism. So I feel like you're looking at like Hostel, like some Hostel bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
Hostel was so. Whew.
That should not have been a part 2. Like that's not what you made part 2.
It was enough with the first one. I was just my stomach turned a little.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. My dad doesn't like the show because he thinks they could have done more with the fashions and the cars. I think you mean from like a historical point of view. I guess your dad. I would imagine.
Yeah, I think it looks good though. David, you know I love cinematography, right? So when Mac was standing outside, and he was where the beach is,
Yes.
Did you see that scene where the moonlight was like
Yeah. It was all fake as fuck, but it looked beautiful.
It was, I don't care that it was a screen or whatever. It was beautiful. I was like, this is so, it just looks so tranquil, and I loved it. I thought that was really good.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it was. I was like, I guess because it's a green screen, like it's hard, but it was nice. It's hard for me to be like, it was like, but even the whole thing, it just looked like a set. Like even everything at night when they were outside,
it did. But I like the idea of it, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it just. No,
I hear you. Yeah. But like I'm saying, well, particularly at night when they were fighting at night, like it took away from the thing. I was like, this is definitely a set. Black did a good job. Willie Black, he specified Black. Michael K. Williams acting in the time travel episode of Lovecraft was brilliant. He was brilliant in that entire thing.
He's just always a brilliant actor.
It was beautiful. It was all beautiful. And it's commitment. I mean, when his son was, sacrificed himself, to save the black race or whatever, like it was awesome. Like this is way before, the conviction. So I was like, Jonathan Majors he still assaulted that woman. I don't give it. You go back and watch my reviews. That man assaulted that woman. All right, twice. Like I was like, this is not okay. I did not stand for it then. I don't stand for it now. Like he took that ass. He took it, and I was like, and I didn't appreciate it. I was like, I don't give it. I appreciate it. Anyway, maybe.
Okay, are we talking about in Lovecraft?
Yeah.
Remember? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about in real life. I was
no. But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like it was on screen and he showed it, but then it happened in real. I was like, I told you. You know what? Listen.
But in real life, he didn't actually assault her. Like you have to look at he did not. He did. Anyway, not. He picked up the woman, put her in a cab, and said, "Leave me alone." And she was running after him, and he was like, "Stop! Leave me alone." And she wouldn't leave him alone. So, but they looked at it as assault because he picked her up. Yes.
Because he's a big guy, But anyway, if you go back to Lovecraft Country, y'all, Jonathan Majors' character's doing too much. And you know what I'm talking about. When we got her in the bathroom, I was like, this is not okay. This is not okay. And I was like,
it still was a really well acted movie. I thought Jonathan Majors and Michael, they did really good jobs.
Yeah.
And even
Jesse Smollett's sister.
Jesse Smollett's sister. I can't remember her name, but she did a really good job too. Yeah. I mean, I remember her being like two as an actress. Like,
yeah. I mean, the whole cast was awesome. I didn't realize her sister was British until later because she's a good actress. But I was like, but anyway, it was a great show, guys. I'm just saying, and it's sad they only did one. That was beautiful.
That's it, Journey. Her name is Journey. Thank you, Dana. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So any prediction? I mean, it's based on a true story, so there's only so much you can do. But how do you want to see Fight Night end? Again, especially with this new revelation about Cadillac and his mama, and all this stuff. What do you think? What do you want to see?
It is going to sound really bad, but I feel like revenge is never a good thing, and I feel like Cadillac is going to die in front of his mama. Like Frank is going to take him out.
I feel like too, because at some point Frank has to pull the gun on Chicken Man. That is how this thing started. So
so it might,
If they even get to like Cadillac, at some point Frank kills Cadillac, and then Frank goes, "You were still involved somehow. Like somehow he still felt all this is Chicken Man's fault. And that's how we get back to the beginning. Because
it was his party, so you got to take the blame.
Yeah, right. So again, and then Hudson probably comes, kills him, saves the day.
Yeah,
and then character development. Does Cadillac? Does Chicken Man go back to being the street dude, running women and numbers? Does he get out the game? Private investigator. I feel like. And again, if Kevin Hart was looking for a job, like that would be an interesting spinoff to a series, right? Like, and then and then again, Hudson don't have a job. Like he is suspended. So maybe after he at day 2, but
he get his job back. I'm sure.
Like start a detective agency. They go somewhere like that could be a thing. That ninja didn't hit her that night, but he's abusive. I was like, I mean, I was just playing. Anyway, I'm saying Lovecraft Country. The character was wild. Frank will find out, and Cadillac will die. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, and it has to be in front of the mama.
Okay, please read Master of the Game by Sidney Sheldon. I think
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
Oh, look at that. We got book recommendations. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
Appreciate
Nikki.
it. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right. Hudson is gonna tell Chicken they need more good black cops on the force. He went to jail. Also, that's the other thing. Thank you. I thought it was kind of crazy for Hudson to tell Mac that don't worry about Ray. He's gonna be convicted for armed robbery, but don't worry. Once he turns 18, he can turn his life around. That's not how that shit works. Like he will be screwed for the rest of his life. Let the boy go.
No, I thought your juvenile record actually
It's expunged.
It gets expunged. Yeah, you
I
can't.
feel
No, yeah,
okay.
it doesn't. It does if you do something before 18. Well, if they try you as a juvenile, your juvenile record it's wiped completely. Like you don't. It's just like you didn't do anything wrong. So you do get a do over. Yeah.
All right. That's what goes. That's what Ghost told Tariq. Oh yeah, that's right. That is right. That is right. It's okay, son, and you can go off to military school. Some bullshit. Anyway, we're gonna talk about power in a little bit. Real quick though, I did text the crew this when I watched this episode. Once again,
Yes.
the biggest threat to black people are other black people. Like every black person who got murdered in the show got murdered by one of us in the community. All right.
Yeah.
So all this bullshit racism, I'm like, yeah, but in the end,
I know it's the 70s, David. I'm not gonna go with you on that. The 70s was extremely racist. Extremely. I lived in the 70s. I was a child in the 70s.
I'm not saying
horribly racist.
It's still racist today, but I'm saying in the end, who pulled the gun on the black folks? The black folks. Like from episode 1
that
to
is
episode
true, and that's
7.
been going on forever, but it does not condone racism.
I'm like, damn, I'm just be like, oh, look here, boy. Also,
either one, both of them are wrong. So
Ray and fucking Chicken Man robbed that white man. Both of them shoplifted at that store. All right. So I'm like, not okay. Anyway, I just
but it also wasn't okay for the white man to call them out their name.
If they wouldn't have shoplifted, we would have been fine.
No. Period. You do not call people out their name, a racist name, because they took a bag of chips.
This you call each other nigga all day, though. It was a lot of niggas in this episode.
Well, that's the ignorance of us black people. But I'm just saying it's never okay. Racism on our end is not good. Racism, period, is no good. Okay. So either one is wrong. We're all wrong for calling each other nigger. I personally don't have that word in my vocabulary. But I just love
anyway, like I said, I feel like Hudson should have lost his job for Tommy killing himself because either he failed to properly supervise his suspect.
He improperly supervised that young man, and that for sure he should have lost his job. Not a review, not a suspension. This man was in custody with you. You left the room. You should have told someone to watch this young man.
Yep.
And then you can go off and do whatever it is that you did, but it should have been a conversation with what is it, IA or no? What is it called?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
Internal
authority.
Affairs.
The authority, like either way. So I'm saying like that should have been why he lost his job anyway. In current day, the other black folks are rather niggas are the biggest perpetrators. It's anyway. I'm just saying. I love to bring this up because every time they're like, "Yeah, that's not we're coming to get us." But anyway, let's get. Speaking of that, let's get the Power Book 2. In this, Kim, any final words, please say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, chat. We truly, truly appreciate you. Thank you for joining the conversation. We are trying to reach 500 views per video, so we need you to share the video with anyone and everyone that you can. We're also trying to reach 2,500 subscribers by December 15th. So the more you share the video, the sooner we'll be able to reach that goal. And we love you so much. We know you guys can do this for us. So thank you. Again, please hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. And we should be back in about 5 minutes with Power Ghost. This is it. It's over. Series finale.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
We'll do that and talk about the good, the bad, and the what the fuck were we watching? I don't even. I got notes. But anyway, I'll see you in the next room, Kim.
Okay. Bye.
All right, guys. Again, Kim said it best, so I appreciate you guys for hanging out. I'm gonna try something new. So StreamYard is letting me do an automated exit. So I'm gonna see if this works. So I'm gonna hit end stream and see if they show you the video. I'll see how this works. Anyway, like Kim said, we'll be moving on to New York City, present day, and we'll talk about why 2024 matters as relates to this story. Stay in the studio until the out video finish playing. Okay, so this is gonna work. So
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this. Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
But you want to go there?
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
Anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.